Are you lonesome tonight? Hello! In this video, I want to share 3 uncommon strategies for dealing with loneliness and a sense of isolation if you're a chief executive. Yes, it really can be lonely at the top. I've spoken with hundreds of chief executives over recent years, both in my one-to-one coaching practice, in my community of chief executives, Rivendell, and on my podcast where I interview a different chief exec every single week. And many of those leaders, despite incredible external successes, really grapple with that sense of isolation and indeed loneliness when faced with making huge decisions that really change the future of a company where many livelihoods are on stake. And who do they turn to? It's a real issue. And if you're a chief exec wrestling with similar feelings, know that you're not alone. Today, I'd like to reveal 3 common strategies that chief execs often use to combat that sense of isolation, but also reveal why they are deeply flawed. And then if you're lucky, I might even let you into 3 updated approaches that are much more effective. Will he, won't he? Let's find out. Firstly, numerous chief execs normalize and internalize their feelings of isolation. They think it's just a price to pay for top leadership, that it's normal and in fact almost desirable, or at least necessary. Well, that couldn't be further from the truth. I know many execs who are deeply connected with themselves and with others, and it makes a huge amount of difference. If you suppress and ignore those feelings of isolation and loneliness, it will only hamper your decision making, hinder your performance, and make it harder for you to sustain high achievement at the CEO level. Remember, experiencing loneliness is normal and something you can address. It's not a sign of weakness. Secondly, chief execs have a tendency to lean too heavily on their immediate professional networks. However, these connections often lack the necessary depth to really work on those underlying issues of isolation. It's great for the odd tip or trick, but it's not going to go deep enough. Therefore, it's crucial to nurture relationships beyond your immediate company or industry or geography. As a diverse, deep network can provide new ideas, new connections, and a kind of distance that allows you to feel support at a more fundamental level. Thirdly, some chief execs throw themselves deeper into their work, ignoring that gnawing sense of isolation and loneliness. In other words, they get productive, but they ignore self-care. This is actually a terrible mistake because, well, first of all, it's not sustainable in terms of our own health and well-being, but also it actually reduces performance. We get locked into tunnel vision. We can't see the strategic opportunities or even threats that are really close by. And that's incredibly dangerous when we're running an organization. I find that the very best leaders ensure they have scheduled space for reflection, for mindfulness, and for self-care baked into their diary. This is how you can bring your very best self and your best creativity to the role. A great case study here is our CEO community, Rivendell. Now, you might know this community is all about creating an order of magnitude increase in impact for these really high-level chief executives who are already extremely successful. That's definitely a lot of what we do. But the other part of the story is we also create a safe space for them to go deep with themselves and go deep with others, and to create that space for reflection and well-being. Participants get a huge amount of value from that part of the journey. It's not all about intellectual ideas and concepts and leadership tips. It's about actually experiencing that at a deep level. So in conclusion, know as a CEO that it's quite normal to feel these feelings of isolation and indeed loneliness, but you don't have to remain in that place. It's perfectly okay and indeed necessary to take time to look after yourself and to forge relationships that go deeper than ever before so that you can lead higher than you've ever led before. So hit pause on your transactional focus and take time to nurture those relationships that are going to make all the difference for you. There are many ways you can do this. If you're curious about how Rivendell might be able to support you in that, you can check it out at the address just here. But otherwise, for now, why not do that subscribey-wibey thing if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.